All right. All right. It's nice to see three people in the audience tonight. Outstanding.
That's three more than last time.
Yeah, it's three more than the last 6 months. Outstanding. Okay, let's start with roll call. President is here. Vice President. Actually, we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's see. Treasurer.
Here.
Commissioner. Commissioner.
Here.
Secretary.
Here.
Member at Large Tony.
Here.
Member at Large Gene.
Here.
Okay. Did everybody get a chance to go over the previous minutes from January? We don't have to. Did everybody get a chance?
Yes.
All right. And Brendan, you did get them, correct? All right. I'd like to make a motion to vote in last month's minutes.
Second.
All in favor? All right. President's reports. Okay. Big thing we need to get accomplished this week is chartering. I believe we cannot charter until we get the teams complete. So when we do the cutoff on, I believe the 5th, correct? We will upload the rosters to Cal Ripken, pay our insurance, all that good stuff. We do it every year. We only chapter in the spring. We pay our insurance in the spring. It's good for the whole year following. Okay. I want to talk about All Stars. Okay, I met with All Stars. We're going to try to start All Stars earlier this year as a league. That's hence why we're starting earlier with our program this spring. We've never started this early. We're going to see how it goes. I think it's going to go great. Unfortunately, when we do districts this year and everything, I know school's going to be in. They've never had this issue before, Cal Ripken, I'm referring to. So the schedule's going to be really crazy this year. We all thought 2021 was going to be a lot more normal, but it's probably not going to be. Everything's going to be different than years past. A lot of different restrictions, but everybody is on the same page about playing baseball. They want these kids to play baseball this year, and they want to have an all-star season. They want to have a Cal Ripken season. It's memories that are made for these kids for a lifetime, and they don't want to miss out this year. So there'll be a lot of stuff coming out about it. I'll talk more about the meeting later in the that I had with them a couple weeks ago. Later in the meeting itself, this meeting itself. I wanted to bring up our vice president situation. Yesterday, our vice president, Amy McCarroll, resigned. I'm going to real quickly read her resignation letter. It states, "Good afternoon. I regret to inform you after 5 years of dedicated service to Youth Baseball Association, Royal Palm Beach, I have decided to walk away. I have given my blood, sweat, and tears to the league and have been taken for granted, not by the board, attacked and disrespected for doing what's best for the league, even over my own family. Please take care of my softball league, as there wouldn't be one without me. I wish you all the best, Amy McCarroll." Okay. So it was tough yesterday. I've known Amy for a few years now, and she stepped up big time a long time ago, and for a while before Gene and Jesse and Tony, Glenn and Lexi stepped up, which I think this is the best board I've ever seen at Royal Palm Beach, because everybody puts in the effort. It's not a one-man show. It's not a two-person show. But it used to be that way. She put a lot of work in. She was able to learn a lot of stuff that we now need to learn as a board, there's a lot that we need to figure out, and we will over time. I just want to let everybody, let on record that she will be sorely missed. She is a friend of mine. Um, I can understand, her frustration and everything. I mean, she's gonna be missed. Um, there's nothing else to say. You guys got anything to say about the subject? Feel free right now, please.
She did do a lot. She did try real hard. Um, and we are going to miss her.
On that, this is gonna roll into the next subject. Social media. Um, Me myself learned a valuable lesson over the last week of how things can get out of control real quick. We as a league, we will be implementing a new social media guideline. Um, our bylaws were developed years back when there wasn't social media. There wasn't Facebook, there wasn't Twitter, all that good stuff. Now I think the new one's TikTok. I don't even know what it is. But standards are changing. Things have to change. We have to adapt. So there will be. It hasn't been drafted yet. I've been doing the research on it. I've been in contact with the village about it. But by the next board meeting, new social media guidelines will be voted into our bylaws. That's about all I got from my president's reports. Let's move on. Well, there's no vice president report. On her, she used to take care of equipment and everything. So, also on that end, there's a few more items that need to be ordered for the season, some teas and stuff like that. That's going to get taken care of this week. Baseballs and softballs are all ready to go for the season. Gene, if there's anything else you need, please let me know, and we'll take care of it. Also, All Stars falls under the vice president. I already took care of that. So let's move on to the treasurer's reports.
We're actually looking good. Am I on? I don't know. Hello?
You cut us off.
That's fine. I'll just speak loud. Okay, just to go over real quick, our balance in one account, our main account that holds all of our registration fees, we have an ending balance for January of $54,068.34. In our second account, we have $7,791.03. And in our third account, we have $2,148. And looking at our P&L, we posted a net income of $30,937.62.
Jesse, I want to throw this on record. It sounds like a lot of big numbers, but after doing this in the fall, how much money do you think we're gonna have left over at then? I just want to put it out there that after
No, it
uniforms
depletes.
and yeah,
It definitely depletes. We have to buy uniforms. We still have some stocking to do for the concession stands. There's still some equipment to be bought, and then some village fees that we still have to pay. So,
You're saying you got to talk closer.
well, it was ringing. Sorry.
We're good. We're good.
Am I good? I'm done though. So.
thank you very much, Jesse. Greatly appreciated. Baseball commissioner.
Um, evals. Evals went good. The new system we had as far as the drafts, I think it's the best thing we've come across. I think it's really going to be effective. We're going to adjust it next year to the numbers of 1 through 10 instead of 5, which will give us a little bit better separation. And I don't know why it took so long for someone to come up with something like this. It was really good. We have, I believe, 2 teams left that we're looking for a little help with. Me and Gene are going to take one, I believe, and then the other one, Tony's working on the team as we speak. Um, Everything else, we're ready. We got to get the uniforms in. We got to get all that stuff. We got a lot of work the next 2 weeks, and then it should start running pretty smoothly after that. Um, Everything that people have been asking, you guys are addressing, you and Gene, as far as getting the new tees and the new equipment and all the other stuff. I think that's all I got.
Thank you, Glenn. Softball commissioners report. There's just a few things. We didn't do the numbers draft this year. We will be doing it from now on because it's literally the most legit draft I've ever seen. It was awesome. Yeah.
It makes where, because we're limited at the number of teams, it doesn't screw up the value of the kids' skills. You know, it gets rid of the first round, second round, third round scenario, and it actually legitimizes all the points they get as they're graded. It makes it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
I mean, it will be telling when they play games. I'm sure some teams will be a little upset, but that's just the way it goes. But as far as on paper, it looked great. Also in softball, I know there's slings were put over there for softball and baseball at Farron. They're ready to go. So I don't know. Did you pass out the combination to everybody?
As the people, yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay. It's there. There's 3 of them there now. So hopefully there's 3 there at the end of the season. Okay, that's about all for softball. Softball seems like the girls are ready to go and have fun. And this is my second season in softball, and I'm excited. I had my first practice last night, and for some reason, it seems like it's easier to teach girls than it is boys.
It's definitely easier. Do I need to reach out to the 8U softball too, as well as the 8U baseball, and let them know everything's over there as far as the slings?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, that black sling needs that pitching wedge I told you about. It's got the fly ball on it now.
And you said you have that.
Yeah, it's in my truck now.
Okay. Okay. So I'll get it out to 8U and both baseball and softball that the pitching machines are over at Farron.
All right, let's move on to Secretary's report.
Okay. We are ready to send the Cooperstown applications. I just need to pick up a check.
Speaking of depletion.
That's fine. And then we'll be applied for 2022 for both Dreams Park and All-Star Village. So hopefully we'll get some good.
Did they tell you what the odds are of actually getting the ticket?
Glenn spoke to them, actually.
Yeah, I spoke to the gentleman, and he said that as far as he can tell, we're way ahead of the curve. So our odds are a lot better right now than if we waited, because we're ahead of a lot of teams that haven't took the step yet. And because of its lottery, we're getting our stuff in earlier. He said the odds are better than normal.
That's good news.
Did they say anything
about our refund from the yes, we're going to use the deposit we sent to Dreams Park. We can transfer the 2019 deposit over to the 2022 application. But for All-Star, we'll need to send a new deposit. And then, Ed, you also wanted to know the amount of teams or our totals. We have 31 players in AA, which is 3 teams, 54 players in AAA, 58 players in 8U, rookies, 37 in 10U, which is minors, 46 in 12U, majors, 35 in 15U, Babe Ruth, and then we have 24 in 8U softball, 28 in 10U softball, and 43 in 12U softball, which is our biggest yet. So that's awesome. And that's all for me.
Thank you, Lexi. Brandon, you're the last man standing.
So we did get the double bases added on the smaller fields. 6 and 7, as Ed knows, we're still having discussions about those as far as the best way to be able to get it done. It's it's going to continue, but we're measuring. We're trying to make everything as perfect and as safe as possible within the confines of those fields. So we're working on that. Um, Softball over at Farron, we are getting pricing on replacing those nets on the cages. So we're working on pricing for that. Um, Lights. I know we got the password for you now to get lights cut off. Um, One thing we wanted to address was just not having the lights burning. Majority weeknights now, you're out there every night, but on nights like maybe Friday nights when there's not as much going on, um, and there's nobody out in the fields, we need to get them off. Even if it you doing that, or even somebody just shooting me a text over, or give me a call, then I can get them cut off. But we want to avoid the lights burning out on those nights. Um, I do have the articles of incorporation, and the only thing currently I need that's due up next is a copy of the bylaws. And that's all I got.
What about
Do you
L-
want to? I'm sorry.
What about L screens? Did we talk about that? Are we getting those?
Yeah, the L screens are in real bad shape.
The L screens, I know we looked at them. They're independently made, so we don't have exact nets for them. But we can get the price with those two. Um,
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone's gonna get hurt.
yeah, and they're starting to. Are those for Farron and Willows, or just Farron?
There's none at Farron now.
There's none at Farron now. Okay.
Also the bylaws. Do you want to wait till after next board meeting so we can update it with the social
Get the
media?
new items adopted. Yeah, yeah. Once we get new items adopted, then you can present them and send them over to me after the next meeting.
Anything else, sir?
No, that's it.
All right, thank you. I would like to make a motion to vote in the president's report / vice president's report, treasurer's report, baseball commissioner's report, softball commissioner's report, secretary's report, village report.
Second.
All in favor? All right, let's move on to old business. Evaluations. Let's talk about evaluations real quick. I know you touched on this already, Glenn, that the new point system worked out really well. What about having the two age groups on the same field at the same time? Is that something we got to change next year? I have a funny feeling we're going to be able to get a lot more volunteers in the fall.
It worked. I do too. It worked better in the fall because we had less kids. I actually, in our next workshop, I want to discuss, and everybody doesn't have to agree with me. I just want to discuss it. Maybe getting the evals back to a 3 days earlier on a Saturday instead of on Monday and Tuesday, especially in the spring. Fall seemed to run pretty okay, but I want to work it out to where we have more time because of the evaluators. I want to try to do what maybe I think you mentioned, where we have the older divisions evaluate the divisions right underneath them. And I think that's going to work really good with our point system, and I think it's going to help me out a lot with the volunteers because if they're managing an older division, it's, we're going to require them to grade, eval the lower divisions. I think it's going to be better. But that's it. I just wanted to throw that out there. Other than that, like I said before, I don't know how this point system got so long to get, made public because it's really good. It's really good.
I agree. Yeah, we'll work on that all in a workshop. I've already had like 3 different items I added to it, so we should have a very productive workshop after the season. Let's get on to new business. Let's talk about social. Actually, I already talked about social media. We really don't need to talk about that. Cal Ripken meeting. Few other notes. We can start using Game Changer for scorebooks. If Glenn, I want you to put out to the teams if they want to use Game Changer, there's some people that are more, seasoned with it or whatever, and they want to use it, they can use it. But they must have copies at the end of the season. I'm sorry, must have a copy of all the games in our hands for All-Star purposes. Also, as far as if they're not going to use Game Changer, I need to know like ASAP how many scorebooks we need, so I have them there for opening day. Okay, I saw some in the concession stand. I saw some at Farron too, but I'll try to gather them all up. I just need a hard count, so I make sure we're good for opening day. Preseason. What was?
Making it longer, extending it. Part of that is preseason.
Preseason.
Making it longer instead of squishing everything into 2 weeks. Jerry is
Oh.
Jerry is nervous about
Oh, okay. I
uniforms.
got
Just
you.
making our preseason a little bit longer, giving
Okay.
more maybe.
We need 3 weeks.
We need
instead.
at least 3 weeks. Yeah.
Which, if we do the evals, it buys us this 3 days. If we can pull them off on a Saturday instead of waiting till Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Because technically, if we do them on Saturday like we used to, we get them all done in one day. That buys us 3 days right there.
Okay. We'll make that happen in the fall calendar. Listen, if Jerry needs us, if he needs more time, just let us know. I mean, yeah, if we gotta, do a whole nother week of practices, it's fine. We'll make it work.
Is that something we can do not this season though? Right?
Why not?
That's in the future.
Sorry.
Just take the
Scheduler.
1 week and put it at the end. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, 2 teams now.
Listen, I didn't say you have to do it.
No. Crystal.
All right.
What's the worst that happens? We have to play in T-shirts for 1 game?
That's it. We don't have pictures right away, so I mean, we'll just
Yeah.
it'll work.
I'm
out.
fine
It'll
with
be
that.
fine. He'll be okay.
Let's get
Okay.
this moving.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Is this thing on?
We'll make the adjustment for the fall for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Royal Palm Beach Ice Cream to come to the fields.
Dave Balza, they're sponsoring a team, and they asked if they could bring their little trailer to the fields.
Sounds good to me.
We don't sell ice cream, so I didn't think that would
I
be.
love ice cream.
Okay, so that would work.
I don't think
Do
anybody.
we
does
have
that.
to? What do we need to do for that?
That's a Brendan question.
Brendan, what do we need to do to get Royal Palm Ice Cream? I can't see you. Royal Palm Ice Cream to come. Do they need to fill out applications, or what do they need to do to come to our Saturdays?
For games.
Yes.
Let me look at what we need to get filled out.
Okay.
I don't think we need to. Well, I know we need to have insurance.
Okay.
So we need to have their certificate of liability with the
Okay.
name and the Village of Royal Palm Beach additionally insured.
Okay. And there's also a vendor that wants to come on our opening day. He's from the acreage. He does the spray painting on the helmets. He wants to come and do. Are you allowing vendors to come? I mean, we haven't.
That's like setting up a table in a tent.
There,
deal,
yeah,
right?
they're having a table. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me check before
Okay.
I speak.
I can shoot you an
and say
email just
something.
if you want. Like,
Yeah,
and
do
just,
that.
Okay. Okay.
And, and that's what
I'll confirm that just to make sure that we're okay on all sides of that.
Okay.
the ice cream. Is it a truck or are they bringing like one of those ice cream freezers? Do they have like their own truck or what? Because that makes a difference too.
Yeah, food. The truck. Now we got to fill out a special event application. And go through that. But if it's not,
Trailer, and he's got the thing, we're okay.
Okay.
yeah,
Or if it's a
that way
truck.
we're just it's just the insurance then.
Okay. I'll email you all this information. We can just
Okay. Yeah.
figure
Now
out what they need, so I can.
what we need, and I'll get back to you with it
Okay.
all.
Is that good? Are we all?
All right. Do we have any more new business you guys want to throw out there before I hit it to open mic? No? Okay, open mic time. If someone has something to say, you want to use the microphone? Okay. If anybody has anything or suggestions they want to talk, anything they want to talk about, please feel free to use the mics and just state your name and what you guys want to talk about. Other than that,
Vice President? Is this the venue, or we're not talking about that yet?
we can.
Replacement?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to throw that out there to see if we have anybody that wants to be there, or you know anybody that.
I'm looking at somebody. No, no.
I was,
I'm looking.
Are there cameras in there?
I'm looking.
I was kicking it around, and I actually asked someone if they would step up for the 3 months till the elections, and they said they would be willing to help out, as long as we did it like when I had to step up when Joe left, and it was basically vice president by committee, helping so they know what you just tell them what to do.
Yeah. Well, basically, how it would work, if there's someone that you want to nominate, you nominate them, and we vote on it as a board. So they would be vice president till May when elections.
Right. Interim president.
So then we would have elections. They'd be part of the election process, and then their term would actually only be 1 year.
Right.
Because we got to keep it in where it's vice president and president have to alternate.
Right.
Alternate years.
Right.
So that's how that would work. So if there's something you guys want to vote in, feel free. I mean,
I would like to make the motion to make, to ask Tony Candelas to step up as vice president for the interim for the 3 months until the election.
I second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Are we asking? Are we asking you? Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I'll do
Yeah,
it.
okay, good.
As far as the member at large position, I think we should take the month to put it out there and discuss and
I agree.
and
Not jumping in.
I can cover that until then.
we'll make it happen next board meeting.
Sounds good.
All right. Anybody else? None? All right. I'd like to make a motion to. I think this is the shortest meeting we've had ever. I'd like to make a motion to end the meeting.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
All right.